Hello, hello. Oh, shoot. Girl over here doing the most, y'all. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey. Thank you for your patience. We are getting started with Aquarius to Cancer, and we are talking about, just for the reminders, to remind folks in the house, we're talking about what? Here we go. The next, leave it. We're talking about your next elevation and what that test is, getting some details in on it. And yes, we are doing Aquarius to Cancer. So, with that said, keep in mind the messages are not going to resonate for everyone, and that's okay. Take it as it resonates. Let me get your timestamp going here, Aquarius. Go ahead, Ollie. Go ahead. Move. Move. Go ahead. Okay. All right. And we'll get started. Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius. Hey. Let's find out. Aquarius. What this test is that leads to your next elevation. Spirit, what is the test? Give us, please, some details regarding the test that leads to Aquarius's next elevation. Give us a little details on the test that leads to Aquarius's next elevation. All right. Let's see. Aquarius. Aquarius. What are the details, Spirit? Regarding the test that leads to Aquarius's next elevation. Aquarius, if this does resonate, feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you have not done so already. We have the 8 of Swords here, the 3 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. That is your advice, Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Devil. All right, Aquarius. Let's see here. Well, the test that's coming your way, Aquarius, is definitely going to be, it's going to be triggering. It's going to be triggering with with the Three of Swords here. It's definitely something that you have been through before. This may be with, the same people, or it may be, the same energy, but uh, different faces. Um, it's it involves being disregarded. It involves being discounted. It involves being, just taken advantage of, people not recognizing what you bring, or even acknowledging it. Let's not even talk about not recognizing, not acknowledging it. They don't literally have to come out and say, thank you, Aquarius, but they don't show any kind of appreciation. And they expect you, Aquarius, to just keep doing the same things. And just doing it, and not expecting anything in return, no kind of reciprocity, no kind of acknowledgement or thank yous. um it's emotionally draining. It's emotionally draining. And the test here for you, Aquarius, is regarding, changing things up. When you know that somebody who has consistently come to you for assistance, they have come to you for help, they've come to you for money, your energy, your time, and they don't reciprocate, they do not say thank you, they do not acknowledge that you have even, given them the time of day, and yet they keep coming to you. Spirit, your spirit team, your benevolent ancestors, they're just like, it's time for you to change it up with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles. It's time for you to start holding back. Because is this a situation where, people come to you and expecting their emergencies to be your priority? And do you show up like it's your priority, even though it probably shouldn't be? This is one of those situations, Aquarius, where if you haven't started being more discerning about those people who continuously ask of you and don't give, you know, um, to be a lot discerning and hold back your energy, hold back your time, hold back, your money, especially all forms of energy that is not being exchanged, because they're coming in. This test is happening with the Eight of Wands here. And it seems like it's family that does it most of the time, where you have, of course, we have these family members that we kind of feel obligated to. But with the devil here, it's one of those things where they become a crutch. You become their crutch, rather. So they're not doing things for themselves that they can do for themselves. They just come to you because they know you're going to do it. They know you're going to show up. They know you're loyal. They know, even to your detriment. Yeah. And they know they don't have to say thank you. They know they don't have to do anything in return, because Aquarius is going to show up. So the question is, Aquarius, are you going to keep showing up for those who are ungrateful? That's the test here. And that is disappointing. I'm disappointed for you, because you shouldn't have to go through this. Clarifying the Fool for Aquarius. Clarifying the Fool for Aquarius. Hey, if you are new to the room, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. Clarifying the Fool for Aquarius. Clarifying the Fool for Aquarius. And if I haven't, and I don't think I did introduce myself, I am Lashana, and this is Lashana Reads. All right. Oop, look, bottom of the deck, Aquarius. We got the devil again. and showing up twice. They coming in and they coming in expecting. To clarify the Fool, we have the 10 and the 7 of Wands. Like I said, they expect you to carry the burden and not put up any boundaries. We got 17 wands here. 17 wands that they want you to carry, as opposed to putting up boundaries. The 7 of Wands is about boundaries. It's about being at a vantage point. It's about, putting up a fight respectfully, because we are talking about family. I mean, but it's one of those situations where you are expected to continue to carry the burden for those who can more than likely carry their own burdens. Clarifying the devil for Aquarius. It's the Fool. We got the Fool out here, right? And there's the Fool again. The Fool. Yeah. They want you to continue with the status quo. They want you to go with okie doke. They want you to feel obligated and, just let that obligation lead you straight into, I don't want to say insane asylum. I don't think they're not called psychiatric ward. There we go. Like, they're not called that anymore. Yeah. Because you stressed out and burned out for handling other grown ass people's problems that they put themselves in. Okay, Aquarius. I'm getting way too passionate about this. Your advice from your folks. We got, again, the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. This is an opportunity to start anew, to show these folks, whoever they are to you, Aquarius, that you are looking, that you want more stability. This is an unstable situation and you don't deserve it, especially when you are pouring out. But the Page of Pentacles is a page, and that's about starting anew. And it's about being more consistent with yourself than you are with folks who are ungrateful. And so you have to make that decision. You have to take these bandages off, because let me just remind you about the 8 of Swords and how those bandages are loose. She's not bound. She can easily just loose it, do that little shimmy and take it off, And you can too. You're not bound by these people. You may be bound by blood. They may be relatives, but are they truly family if they use you like this? It seems though, Aquarius, that you may have folks around you who was actually family, but they may be chosen. You may have chosen them. Yeah. I'm hearing the question is, what do you want for yourself? Because you determine this. This is your test. Yeah. I hope that's helpful. All right, Aquarius. I wish you well with that. Like I said, I hate that you are going through it, but I hope you choose you. I really do. All right. That's Aquarius. Let's see who we got next. Who got next? Let's see. Get my got Pisces. I gotta put my caps on. My bad. Aquarius. All right, Pisces. I'm getting your timestamp going. And I'd like to say, Pisces, if anything resonates, please feel free to like, share, and or subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you know what? I don't say this a lot. Y'all feel free to comment. Yeah. Feel free to comment, especially if it resonates, if you're really feeling it. All right. Here we go. Pisces spirit. Please give us some details on the test for Pisces that leads to their next elevation. What are some of the details for Pisces' next test that leads to their next elevation? Pisces. I hope you're well, Pisces. Oop, there we go. All right, Pisces, here's your advice. We got the moon. Definitely want you to tap in. We got strength and the Nine of Wands. Pisces, definitely talking about some boundaries here. Bottom of the deck, Pisces, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, the Magician, Two of Pentacles. Ooh, Five of Pentacles. Okay, Pisces, what we got going on here? Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. All right. We have a lot. This is definitely some, not saying that anybody else's tests aren't, a life shift, because it's always a life shift to add boundaries, to change things up. But we got one, two, three, four, five major arcana, Pisces. I I feel like anytime I do a reading for you, Pisces, there's always like 10,000 major arcana out. you know, y'all are, what, the most spiritual, I think, is what um they say in Kabbalah. I may be misquoting, but correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles, you have, Pisces, um done a lot of work, literally, like working to get to a space of independence, to get to a space of self-sufficiency, to get to a space where you have established what abundance means to you. You and your folks, y'all have been doing the thing. You haven't done this without your spirit team, because that's who's perched up on, her hand to me. Uh it is definitely, they're definitely your helpmates. And you have, because of this, you have been in a space. The work that you've done has placed you in a space of fulfillment. You recognize, with the Magician here, that you have everything that you need surrounding you, Pisces. You don't have to look outside of yourself for validation. You don't look outside of yourself for anything. And that shadow work that you've been doing with your spirit team, with Yahweh and them, it has shown itself to be, very, you're an example. You're an example. You're the proof. And it's not like you stopped doing the work. It's not like you are like completely healed. I mean, because you understand that it's a journey. There's things that, must continue to be done, work that must continue to be done. And that is a beautiful thing. This is wonderful. There is a situation here coming. And it has to do with, and I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, because there's going to be a situation coming, and it is, it may be like, I don't want to say a health scare, but it may be like an unexpected hospital bill. It may be something going on with your vehicle. It may be, it's going to be an expense, a very heavy and high expense. It may not be one that you are prepared for. It may not even be your expense, because this may be somebody else's. You have established some things, and it may be a situation, Pisces, where somebody who is less prepared for emergencies and emergency situations, they come to you because you are the established one. You are the one who has, the stability. And this person, who comes to you, and like I said, this might be you, this might be somebody that you know and hold dear. So take it as it resonates. They may have an older child, and it may be an expense that surrounds them, the older child. And when I say older, this is like, driving age, wherever you live in, on up. And they're going to be looking to you, Ace of Swords, for a breakthrough to help turn things around. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. The question is, Pisces, are you this person that always helps them out? Are you the person who shows up, a magician, to help and to, for lack of a better term, save a hoe? Are you Captain Save a Hoe? Not calling your people a hoe, but that's a phrase. It's a well-known phrase. Um, and are you that person that folks look to because of the work that you've done, because of everything that you have set aside? Have you told this person before, like, you know what, you may want to start setting money aside, just in case something happens, and this person, just kind of blew you off and was like, all right, Pisces, do 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 do, is there, was it that type of situation? And they still like, yeah. What I'm getting here also with the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune is, this may be an opportunity. The test is the opportunity. Are you going to tell the truth? Are you going to speak your truth? Like, you come to me, friend, relative, family member, all the time for the same situation. We're not new to this. Now, I can send you some resources, uh some information on how to help you out in your situation, but I cannot be your crutch any longer. I would like to be supportive, but I don't want to be a crutch. Yeah. And if this is, like I said, this could be you. And I'm not, just in case this is you, are you going to see the the opportunity to start um saving and changing the situation for yourself? Because sometimes, not saying this is you, Pisces, because I'm getting the latter situation more so than the former, where somebody else is coming to you for help. But sometimes people who have, established certain things in their lives, certain independence, certain ways, certain signs of abundance and having abundance doesn't necessarily mean that there is, savings. But like I said, I'm not really getting that energy in this spread, but I felt the need to say it. All right. Can we clarify the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, this may also be a situation, just going back to where this is somebody else's deal. This may be a situation where this person may be getting put out. Like they haven't paid rent for at least 2 months, or they haven't paid their mortgage for at least 2 months, and they've known this. You may not have known this, but they've known this, and they come to you for a very hefty amount to help turn this situation around. That's one thing. Another thing that Spirit has pointed out, because I mean, Pisces, there's a lot of y'all. So clarifying the Two and the Five of Pentacles. It could be any of those situations or anything outside of that. But either way, somebody's coming to you. Look, it's the Five of Pentacles again. We have it right here. And here it is again. Yeah. Somebody is coming to you as a crutch in a situation that, in all honesty, they could have been maybe not fully prepared, but semi-prepared for. For some, this is about health, their physical health, or again, their child's health. And for some, this is literally about being put out. Being put out. Can we clarify the Two of Pentacles alone? Clarify the Two of Pentacles on its own, please. Yeah, Pisces. Man. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles only is the Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, Pisces, they see you as somebody, they watch you. First of all, they watch your pockets super hard, which is why they feel so comfortable to come to you and say, hey, Pisces, I know you got it. And it doesn't matter if you have it or not. Yeah. I don't like it, but I can understand, especially if this is someone you consider a close friend or someone you consider, family, what have you. And if they do have a child, you want everybody to be safe and to be okay. I get it. However, your folks and my folks in my ear is like there has to be a line though. There has to be a line that you have to draw. Can we clarify the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune? Okay. Clarifying the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. And then we'll go on, Pisces, to your advice and spirit. Ooh. Pisces. We got the Five of Cups. Somebody gonna be sad and resentful when you come out and tell them the truth and say, hey, if you decide to choose you, Pisces, and say, hey, this is the last time. I don't want niece, nephew. I cannot remember what the non-binary term for, the equivalent is, but I do not want them to be out on the street. So this is the very last time. And if you need some resources, if you need another job, look, I know somebody who's hiring. I don't know what to tell you. We're not doing this again. Because, yeah, they're looking for you with the Wheel of Fortune to save them, Pisces. Save me, Pisces. Yep. Nine of Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck, Pisces. Look, there we go. Here it is right here. Yes, they see you as, oh, Pisces got it. Pisces got it. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Pisces got it. Pisces ain't gonna be hurting for. Don't worry about what I'm hurting for. You the one that's hurting. You worried about the wrong thing. We ain't even. This ain't even about the spread. Them being worried about the wrong thing. I'm just, you know what? Becoming too passionate again. Spirit's like, move on. I'm moving on. Your advice is the Moon, Strength, Nine of Wands. Y'all know what the Nine of Wands is about. It is all about, those boundaries, picking and choosing, being discerning. And with the Moon, seeing, tapping in. If it doesn't feel right, don't smell right, don't look right, then you can't be involved in it. I mean, you can, but there are consequences to that, right? And not only that, but the Moon is also about fear and apprehension, and spirit. Your spirit team, benevolent ancestors guiding them, is saying, don't be afraid to hold back and start setting boundaries. If this is a real close cousin, it's like, you know what, cuz, we gonna set you up an account that you can't pull out of. If you pulling out of it, I don't know what to tell you. But we gonna put this much. You count my money, I'm counting yours. We gonna put this much in this account. And if anything like this happens again, I ain't got you. Trust and believe I don't have you. And the thing is, Pisces, with these boundaries, you got to stand on business like this soldier is standing on this stage. You can't just speak about it. You got to be about it. Because if they call your bluff and you fold like a folding chair, they're going to be right back at it, doing whatever it is they've been doing, worried about the wrong thing and counting your money. I hate you got to go through this, Pisces. However, should you choose yourself, there's a whole ass elevation. And I'm excited for that for you. As well as for your folks, whoever this is, to, hopefully take care of business like they should. All right, Pisces. I hope that helps. All right, we are moving on here to Aries. All right. Here we go. I'm getting your timestamp, Aries. All righty. Hey, Aries. Hey, I hope you're well. Here we go, Aries. Are you ready to find out what the details are of the test that leads up to your next elevation? Let's see. Spirit, what are some of the details for Aries and the test that they have that leads to their next elevation, as well as advice? Definitely want some advice for Aries, Spirit. Aries. There we go. That one popped right on out. Well, we got some boundaries here with the Seven of Wands, Aries. The Devil. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Eight of Pentacles. They definitely want you blocking somebody. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Three of Swords. Five of Wands. All right now. Queen of Cups. Death. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, what is this about money, though? Okay. 10 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Okay. All right, Aries. Mm. Aries, it feels like you stay silent with the high priestess here about when certain folks disappoint you or when you're hurt. Um, yeah, like you really go within and not um I'm not going to say it's not in a conducive way or a constructive way, because maybe you do go inward and talk with your folks and tap in. However, you do not, and which is interesting, Aries, because you're Aries. It maybe it's with certain people where you don't express how disappointed and hurt that you may be because of how or what they have done. Because my dad's an Aries. And you know what? He doesn't always tell me when he's hurt or disappointed or something like that, but other folks, they get it freely. It's equal opportunity. So that's the situation that I'm getting here, especially when there's conflict. Five of Wands, where you don't agree with something, or um you feel attacked. You feel attacked. They have me like really honing in on this five of wands here, because it's almost like, maybe I don't know if you have siblings, Aries, you may, um or the person who you may have conflict with consistently. There may be a group of them that supports the other person, and they come at you like you owe them something, like you're not doing you know the best that Aries can do. And it is disappointing. I hate you're going through that sometimes you get ganged up on. And it doesn't really leave room, Queen of Cups, for you to take care of yourself. It doesn't leave room for you to actually nurture yourself, because it's like you're internalizing the hurt, internalizing the disappointment, as opposed to nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. But Aries, there's an opportunity coming in this test to change things up, not just change things up, but to actually transform it, uh, and to put it to sleep permanently, with death here. And because the Ace of Pentacles is here, it is one, this whole situation is about stability, but it does feel like it's also about um finances, where you may feel obligated to support certain people, or expected to, especially family. 10 of Cups. And the question is, Aries, are you going to continue to do so? That's the test. Or 8 of Cups, are you going to emotionally disconnect and or walk away? Because with the 8 of Cups, the thing about the 8 of Cups is this person isn't just walking away. This is what Spirit is pointing out to me. This person is walking away towards higher ground, walking away to an elevated situation. And we are, Aries, talking about elevation. This is what that test is. Are you going to transform this situation? This yeah. Well, people are expected they expect your continuous financial support. And if you don't, then they rain down, victimization. They rain down, and everybody else comes to not help financially, but to come and talk shit. That's interesting. That's interesting, right? How everybody will jump on you to tell you, Aries, how you not shit, how you need to do this, you need to do that, but nobody is doling out or dishing out any money. You know what, Aries? Maybe you should pass around a plate. Pass around a collection plate. Just saying. Why not? Clarify the Three of Swords. Uh-oh. About to lose one. Clarifying the Three of Swords. Yeah. Pass around that collection plate at the next family gathering. Let's transform that situation. Like, you know what? We're taking not just donations, but we pass around a plate at every family gathering. If we meet every Sunday, we passing the plate. And we ain't talking about food. Clarifying the Three of Swords for Aries. Clarifying the Three of Swords for Aries. Clarifying the Three of Swords is the Page of Cups. Has this been happening since childhood? Because we got the Page of Cups here, and now we are at the Queen of Cups, and this is outside of your gender identity and biological sex. Has this been happening since you've had a job, the ability to make money, or the ability to make money, like even your allowances? Wow. Clarifying death. Clarifying death for Aries. Clarifying death for Aries is the Chariot, Aries. Man, this is one of those situations, Aries, where this situation can completely turn on its head. You could do a 180 with this situation because you are your spirit team has your six, right? You are heavily supported. And this is something that is happening on your divine path. And it is going to, put you or catapult you forward on this test. Or, it goes back into the cycle. And when I say catapult you forward, this is like a significant elevation. This is like an ascension. Not like an ascension. This is an ascension. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Wow. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. Okay, Aries. To clarify the Eight of Cups, we have the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords. Yeah. You can have the victory throughout this by, choosing yourself. but you have to choose yourself. This is not one of those situations where you can go undecided and then, kind of see what happens. This isn't where you can internalize, stick your head in the sand and internalize it, because it's going to keep happening. So this is one of those, for lack of a better term, a black and white situation. You or them. You or them. Your advice, Aries, again, Seven of Wands, the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles. This is one of those things where your spirit team, Aries, is saying you have to combat the conditioning that you have been taught to progress forward. Eight of Pentacles. And not just in life, but also financially. Eight of Pentacles. Progress in your spiritual walk as well in your physical walk. You have to combat all those maladaptive notions that you have, that you've learned, that you were taught, that do not serve you in your highest good. Yeah. Wow. Aries, I hope that helps. I hate you have to go through this, but I am grateful that your spirit team trusts me to deliver the message. And I definitely hope, Aries, that you choose yourself and not continue to internalize the disappointments and the hurt you're experiencing. Until next time, Aries. All right. Up next is Taurus. Almost done, y'all. All right, Taurus, let me get your timestamp. All right. Hey, Taurus. Hey, I hope you are well. Let's get into it. Let's find out what this test is that is leading to your next elevation, Taurus. If this resonates, please feel free to like, share, and or subscribe. All right. Spirit, what is the test? What are some of the details, rather, of the test that leads to Taurus's next elevation? What are some of the details, Spirit, for Taurus regarding their test? We got the Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Judgment. That is your advice, Taurus. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Six of Wands. We have the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, Four of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Ooh. Taurus, What's interesting, Taurus, is this Six of Wands is like moving away from the Chariot. I'm hearing being hard headed. Are you being hard headed, Taurus? Are you not answering the call of your divine path? Are you ignoring your nudges? You know, it's like you are um wanting to do your own thing, getting the victory your own way, controlling the situation. Those are the things that I heard. Hmm. Yeah. With the Knight of Swords here, it's like you rather do what you want to do. And it's like leaving your spirit team, benevolent ancestors, whomever is leading you spiritually. And this is the term I heard, in the dust, so to speak. You know, you are trying to run away from the situation. The birds here, I don't know if you can see them. There they go. Those birds, those are like spiritual guides, benevolent ancestors for me. And it's like you're going head first, like I'm gonna do this, like this is what I'm gonna do. The Knight of Swords is it's the knight isn't known to in this situation, Knight of Swords isn't known to be a thoughtful person. They are known to move first and maybe think or ask questions later. um and it's like doing it my own way, in almost an impulsive and reactive way. And it seems that there's been some things that may have been missed here with the Four of Cups, uh, because you you chose what you wanted to choose. You did what you wanted to do, and there were a lot of disappointments there. There were a lot of disappointments, and carrying on as such. Again, take this all as it resonates. I'm not speaking to all Tauruses. Carrying on as such is going to continue to lead to other disappointments, even to the point where you might be asked out. Maybe not necessarily out in the streets or anything like that, but it could lead to um, a bad, an unhealthy situation or unhealthy relationship with your spirit team, unhealthy relationship with whomever is guiding you. Because there are situations where some spirit guides, where things have gotten so, not, I'm not going to say bad, but where it's like you have to learn a lesson. And when they want you to learn a lesson, that lesson is going to be a hard ass lesson. And this is the Five of Pentacles here. This is one where where you can just look up, you can just go in where the light is, you can be guided by the light, go in where the warmth is. So the question is, are you going to choose the relationship with your spirit team? Choose your divine path, your journey, where it's leading. Yeah. Clarifying the Ten of Swords for Taurus. 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 Ten of Swords is clarified by the Page of Cups. Yeah. This is their offer. Your spirit team is like, It's a peace offering away, a love offering. You know, we want to help you. We want to be a part of your life. We want to help guide you. Yeah. We want your life to be fulfilled. And this isn't it's not cosplay. They're not, just saying shit just to be saying shit. They're not nudging you just to be like, hey, what you doing today? They're not, that's everything that they're asking of you is for a reason. Everything that they're nudging you to do is for a reason. It's what I'm hearing. I gotta say it. You chose this life. We all chose our lives, right? And we want you to choose us. And it's one of those things that, Taurus, once you know, you can't unring the bell. You can't unknow certain things you already know, unless there's an accident or something like that, and but you end up with amnesia. But yeah, clarifying the Five of Pentacles. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles is the Nine of Cups. Ooh, the Devil, the Hierophant. Shit. Okay, the Nine of Cups has a lot of meanings, yeah. And most of the time, it is used as wish fulfillment. Spirit uses it with me, especially when it's accompanied by the devil, to be complacent, to be comfortable, like hard headed. Like, I ain't trying to do that shit. I want to stay right here. Like, you see the arms, the folded arms. Hmm. I want to stay right here. I want to stay where I am. I like it here. Elevate for what? You're like, I'm good. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. And this is the Five of Pentacles. This is the Five of Pentacles. This is out in the cold. This is an unhealthy situation. This isn't a whole situation. This is a situation of lack, a situation that needs to be fed. And it's like oh, you've been called to, like, with the Hierophant, Taurus, you've been called to, like, into a spiritual, like, teaching type position, journey. Mm. Which is a heavy ass responsibility with the three-tiered crown, right? This is one of those things, Taurus, where staying where you are and, doubling down, it can lead to a lifestyle of hardship, a life, an earthly experience of hardship is what the Five of Pentacles is giving us here. Yep. Hmm. Your advice is to give them a chance with the Page of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Judgment. Give them a chance, accept your calling with enthusiasm, with the Page of Wands, with the fire in your belly, like wanting to do it, not begrudgingly so. know, give them a chance because they can bring a lot of balance into your life. They really want you to accept the call, renew. Hmm. Yeah, I know it can be scary. You know, I know it can be scary. I got stories. However, Taurus, it is your choice at the end of the day. I'm grateful your folks chose me to pass this message along. I hope it was helpful. All right, Taurus. Okay, until next time, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. I got to get your timestamp going here. All right, Gemini. Hey, Gemini. Hey. Let's find out, Gemini, if I can get these cards right. Let's find out, Gemini, what the details are regarding your next test, your test that leads to your next elevation. What are some of the details for Gemini's test that leads to their next elevation? What are some of the details, Spirit, for Gemini's test that leads to their next elevation? Your advice, Gemini, is the Ace of Cups, Judgment, Knight of Cups. All right. Bottom of the deck, we got Seven of Swords, Two of Cups, the Moon, Death, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Is it? That's it? Okay. Well, this is definitely about love. It's definitely about a love situation. Where it seems, Gemini, that there have been more than one love encounter. I'll say that. Maybe even situationship is appropriate, being that we have the Seven of Swords, where it has either been where somebody made it seem like they were your person. It seems like y'all had a meeting of the minds initially, but this person was playing around. They were playing games. They were being deceptive. They were being slick. Not only that, but there were things that were with the moon hidden, and there may have been some red flags that you saw or that you were feeling, but you didn't want things to change. Yeah. You didn't want things to change. You wanted things to stay the way they are because this is your person, right? And maybe they were saying the right things. Maybe they were breadcrumbing you. Maybe they were love bombing you. And then they would get missing. They said they would change. They said they would change. And then they would love bomb you. And so you would get comfortable in the situation, but they continue to play games. And what Spirit is telling me and showing me is that this has happened uh, probably more than once, and it's either with the same person or it's the same energy, different face. Yeah. Maybe some of you with Three of Pentacles, because they're calling me back to it, have when you may have known about the infidelity or and or accepted it to not be alone, to be a team player, so to speak. Hmm. I'm hearing that you deserve way more. You deserve a life of wish fulfillment and of actual wish fulfillment. You deserve to get exactly what you want, to be recognized for the awesome person you are, Gemini, and be loved the way you want to be loved. You deserve to be with someone who adds to your cup, Ace of Cups, and not take from it. Clarifying. Seven of Swords for Gemini. Clarifying the Seven of Swords for Gemini. Clarifying the Seven of Swords, Gemini, is the Hierophant and the 10. The 10 of Pentacles. Is this something that you saw growing up? And so maybe it has been normalized. It has been accepted as this is what happens in families. This is what happens in marriage. This is what happens in healthy relationships where the person, there's one person who is faithful and then there's one person who steps out. That's just how it is. Is that how you saw things growing up? Because those things can be normalized. And that's exactly what I'm getting here. Clarifying the moon. Clarifying the moon is the High Priestess. Yeah. A lot of hidden stuff, a lot of hidden shit. Not just that, but again, you knowing and feeling the red flags with the High Priestess here. Feeling like, I know I saw this as a child and it was being normalized, but I don't like it. I don't feel I'm being respected. I don't feel that I'm being loved. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Ooh, that wanted to come out. This one. Seven of Swords again. It's right here. And now it's right here. They're doubling down on this Seven of Swords. People being deceitful. You being in romantic relationships where people are lying. People are taking your energy and probably living in your house. They're probably hobosexuals and doing whatever the fuck they want to do and just running amok in your life. You deserve so much more. You deserve to be in a relationship of equity, someone who is willing to give and receive and not take, not give and take, give and receive. Taking is selfish. And this person just takes all the damn time. And the fact that it's the Three of Pentacles out here, Gemini, is telling me, and your benevolent ancestors, your spirit team, they're telling me like you give money too. Like this isn't just about, your energy, your love and everything else. This is also about the cash. This is also like this person you support. You fully support in all the ways. And they definitely don't do the same. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Gemini. You don't deserve this. And they sure as fuck don't deserve you. Your advice, Gemini, is the Ace of Cups, Judgment, Knight of Cups. Lots of love around here. But you have to see yourself as whole. Your situation isn't whole. Hey, King Baldwin. I remember you. Okay. I'm excited for you. Thank you for updating me. Thank you for updating me. And you got to say all the things that you wanted to say. But yeah, Gemini, it's your call. You are being called to accept nothing less than you deserve. You're also being called with the Knight of Cups to forgive yourself. Forgiveness of this other person can come later. If it does come, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But you definitely have to put yourself first because you were supposed to be Gemini coming from a cup that is in overflow, not one that's on fumes, not one that's like partially full, not anything like that. Not only that, but also receiving love from somebody who pours into somebody who recognizes that Gemini is a whole ass person because they're a whole ass person. This person doesn't come and dip into your cup. Yeah. Your spirit team can help you get there, Gemini. I hope that you tap in and choose yourself. Oh, wow. Wow, that's awesome that she apologized. I love that. I love that. Do you feel like, you feel like you got some resolve? Do you feel like, how are you feeling? Well, you know what? Sometimes people got to miss you, right? They got to miss you. They got to miss you, King Baldwin. But yeah, how are you feeling about it? Are you feeling hopeful? As you should. As you should. Very good. Very good. I love that. Yep. Don't rush anything. I love that. I love that. Yeah, of course I remember you. Definitely remember you. I'm glad you came through. I'm glad you came through. Yep, Spirit told you y'all gonna talk. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, keep me updated because I definitely would hope this works out, especially for your highest good. But I know either way, whatever is gonna happen, you're gonna be fine. You really are. Cancer, you are up next. All right. I hope so. Thank you again for updating me. I really appreciate it. Love to hear it. And I wish you well. Be safe out there. And, like I said, I wish the both of you well. And lots of open communication now. Like, don't internalize nothing over there. Absolutely. I'm glad to have been of help. Glad that your benevolent ancestors, the spirit team, trusted me with your energy. Glad you trusted me with your energy as well. I appreciate you. All right, Cancer. Let me get your timestamp going here. Hey, Cancer. Hey. Move that down. Last but definitely not least, Cancer. Let's find out what the test is that is going to lead to your next elevation. What are some detailed, Spirit, for Cancer's test that is leading to their next elevation? What are some of the details for Cancer? Cancer's test that leads to their next elevation. Ooh. All right, Cancer. Right here. Okay. Your advice, Cancer, is the Nine of Swords in reverse, Justice, and the Emperor. Ooh wee. Got some shifting going on, some honesty, some balancing. All right, bottom of the deck, Cancer, is the Nine of Cups, the Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Star. It's the star. We have the Empress. Ooh, okay. All right. And that's it. All right. Okay. Cancer, your wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups here, your folks, they really want you to have everything that you want, everything that you desire here. Um, they see it, they recognize it with the Six of Wands. They see you um doing some of the things that you need to do to get there. There's just the fact of, being in your head with the Eight of Swords, and it happens to a lot of us, right? Um, Sometimes we put things in the divine's hands and then we start to question things like, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? um did I do enough? All the things like that. And honestly, with all those questions, it the worry is a form of control, of taking that power, um, taking a responsibility back and giving it to ourselves, as opposed to leaving it where we left it, which is with the divine, your benevolent ancestors, spirit team, Yahweh and them. And your increase, your stability, your wish fulfillment, like with the star, your healing, it is surrounding the need to control, and or getting inside your head where you start just to question everything. When all they really want you to do is receive with the Empress here. Once you let it go, once you put it out there to attract, because that's what the Empress does, leave it out there. Let it come to you. The question what I'm hearing from your folks right now, the question that you need to ask is, where do I need to show up? What do I need to do? Oh, nothing? Okay. And let it be that. Your folks are funny. Like, where I need to show up? How high I need to jump? Yeah. An example that I'm getting is like a love situation. When is my divine match coming? As opposed to uh working on those things in the shadow that help reveal your divine match, because you want that person to be on your same level, right? Or even higher. You want them to see themselves as a whole person. You want them to have some healing going on. They're saying it's like you're focused on the wrong thing. Focus on the tasks at hand. Once you ask for something, focus on what needs to be happening going forward, as opposed to when it's happening, how's it going to show up, what's it going to look like when it shows up. Yeah, those are forms of control. I want it to look like this. It's one thing to your folks know who you are. They know what you need. They know what you want. They know you got a list, and that's the beginning. That's the starting point. And when we because I've been guilty of it. My folks had to work with me on it, because it's a lack of trust that they're not going to give us exactly what we need and exactly what we want and what we desire, and then some. Like, I don't know if you could do it right. Like, it's like that. I don't know if you could do it right. I don't know. Uh-uh. Let me have that back. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. Let me put my hands on it one more time. Can you clarify the eight of swords? Clarify the eight of swords. And clarify the eight of swords for Cancer. And clarify the eight of swords for Cancer. All right. Clarifying the eight of swords is the Queen of Swords, Cancer. Yep. Yeah. The Queen of Swords is somebody who and your folks are coming through with the Queen of Swords in energy. They're like, either you gonna give it to us and let us do our thing, or you not. That's how the Queen of Swords energy is. She's like, straight, no chaser. She's honest, but loving in her own way. And she can make things happen. Butterflies are up here. She could transform a situation. She's a doer. She's a doer. But she's very honest and she speaks the truth. Clarifying the star. Clarifying the star. Ooh. Clarifying the star is the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords. How we got the Eight of Swords out here twice, Cancer? Yeah. How we got it out here twice? Yeah. This is that thing. And you know what? I would not be surprised, because for some of you, you have some benevolent ancestors or folks on your spirit team who are very like very pointed, very like the swords. They're very honest. They're very like, let me do this, sit down somewhere and let us make this happen. Like you're internalizing things, you're all up in your head. We got this. We got this. We know what you want. We know what you want. We got you. Just watch us work. Just watch us work. Watch us work. You got work you need to do on your healing. Cause your divine match, they're working on their healing. We got to get you to this place. Like, let us do this. Just going, you know, the work that you do, Cancer, it wasn't meant to be easy. Some of the things that you want as the Empress, it takes a while to build an empire. You know, empires hold kingdoms. We're not talking about you are the queen or the king. We're talking about Empress, Emperor energy. Yeah. Clarifying the Empress for Cancer. Clarifying the Empress for Cancer. 3 of Wands. Receiving. Once you put it out there, Cancer, your ships are going to come in. They're coming to you. You don't have to go out there and get it. You just have to receive it. You got to let your folks do their work. Look, let's just go into the advice. 9 of Swords in reverse. Stop worrying about this shit. Whatever it is you worried about, stop worrying about it. 9 of Swords in reverse. Justice and the Emperor. You know, you have a very very direct spirit team. First of all, I want to put that out there. But the things that you want are coming, right? But things have to be balanced. You have to be in a place and in the mindset as the Empress or the person who is um being attracted is attracting the Empress. You have to be in that energy to receive that energy. You have to, because the Emperor is on the other side. So there has to be some stuff with the Justice sword that's cut away. You know, there's a lot of swords out here. There's a lot of things that you have to see and have to work on and see the truth and cut that shit out. Cut out the things that do not serve you and will not serve this upcoming relationship or what partnership, whatever it is that you have put out there for the divine to bring towards you. You have to be in that energy to receive it. So work has to be done. Things have to be balanced. And they want you to work on the balancing. Don't worry about what's on the other side, how it's going to show up, what's it going to look like, and all that stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. They're trying to put you at a vantage point. They're trying to set you above, elevate you. Will you accept? I hope you do, Cancer. I hope that was helpful. All right, everybody. That is it. I am going to be posting the new schedule just so you all will have knowledge of it, what's going on, because you know what, I'll just post it. I will remind you that the timestamps are going to be in the comments. So yeah, Yeah, until next time, I'll be seeing y'all. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. And until next time, y'all take care. Bye.